If you live in New York City, you might not be able to have, let's say, this much soda much longer. Mayor Bloomberg is proposing a ban on sugary drinks larger than 16 ounces. Now check this out. This is 16 ounces. This is a 16-ounce cup. He wants to attempt to curb the rising obesity rates. The question is, should people decide for themselves what they put in their mouth? Joining me to discuss this, Lisa Fishman, who's a dietitian, and WFAS New York radio talk show host Lisa Wexler, host of The Lisa Wexler Show. So let me start with Lisa Wexler, since you're on the screen there, and say I'm ambivalent about all of this. Let me be completely transparent about my thoughts on this. We have an obesity epidemic. We got trouble. We got supersized everything. It really is not good. But do I really want government reaching down my throat and into my hands and deciding is that what the Constitution intended, to tell me what to eat?
I don't think so, Dr. Drew. I don't think so at all. I think that this is the latest step in the nanny state movement, if you will, and I think it's a dangerous one because now we're into portion control. And I suggest to Mayor Bloomberg and any other government official around that they begin cleaning their own house. Instead of talking the talk, why don't they walk the walk and look around all the government employees and fire everybody that's fat? And we'll see how many people are left.
Lisa Fishman.
Because the fact is that we have an...
Go ahead, Lisa Wexler. Go ahead. Keep going. You're on a roll.
Yet. Right, she wasn't finished.
Well, no, I mean, the fact is that we do have a nationwide obesity epidemic, but the other fact is that this is portion control, Dr. Drew. And when it begins with soda, the next time around it can be a T-bone steak, a prime rib. Where does it end?
Where does it end, Lisa? That's one of the questions.
I'm not sure I disagree with her. I agree with her in what she's saying, in that, you know, at least for right now, we have to start controlling something, but I think that everybody has to do it on their own. They have to be, why are we eliminating just sodas, large sodas? Why not cookies? Why not, all these things are sold at fast food places.
So cakes, milkshakes,
cookies,
everything. Let's get rid of everything calorie.
I mean, he's talking about eliminating anything that has more than 25 calories for 8 ounces.
Really?
That's the rule.
And now already they post calories in the on everything, right?
Yeah, every soda has a calorie, everything.
Yes.
But you know what doesn't have calories are things
and that's,
like...
by the way... Yeah.
Go ahead, Lisa Wexler, go. Having two Lisas here is confusing.
No, I think it's a great thing that they're posting calories. I think informed consent is a beautiful concept. I also think I would take it one step further, Dr. Drew, and also Lisa. I think it's a very laudable attempt to get rid of this stuff in the cafeterias of our kids. But I draw the line between what are healthy choices that are available to our children and what are choices that ought to be available to adults.
All right, let's get to one of our callers. Belinda in Florida, what do you got for us?
I kind of agree with her. I mean, if you're an adult, you can make your own decision. But as far as it being in the school for the children, the rate for juvenile diabetes is on the rise. I don't think there should be any kind of soda dispensing machines in the school. I personally have children, and I don't want that in their schools or let them drink any of that. I also have a niece who is picking up her mom's bad habits. And mom says it's okay for me to drink soda and eat this and eat that, and then it goes on to my niece.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Now, what I was going to say is, if you're going to
at a higher risk for diabetes.
One sec.
If you're absolutely right, that's definitely we should take that out of the schools. But I have to tell you, if we're going to go take sugar out of sodas in schools, we should be taking juices out. They have just as much sugar, almost sometimes more, depending on the juice. And these are also in schools. Sometimes they give the juice boxes. Those juice boxes can have 20 grams of sugar in 8 ounces. Which is the same as a soda for some, or Gatorade.
So is the problem not the supersizing, but the lack of knowledge that the consumers have?
Exactly.
I did not, for instance, I didn't know till this minute that the calories are posted on and prominently, by the way, on all these drinks.
It's the industry, the drink industry now. On every drink you buy, whether it's a 0 calorie or 250 or 500, says right on the front.
But there is, Lisa Wexler, an interesting...
Well, not only that... Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Not only that...
I was just going to add that in New York City in the last year, Mayor Bloomberg has made a rule that requires all the chain food stores to also post the calories next in all the menus.
Right.
And that's made an enormous difference when you order. So that is also, I think, a very good attempt to try and fight the fight against obesity. But this particular thing goes too far. And I really think it's a reflection of an obsession that our particular mayor has with public health, And I do think it is a scary trend that could easily spread across the country because, again, where does it stop? Where does it stop that the government starts to tell us how much of what we can eat and when we can eat it? Everybody knows a good steak once in a while, there's nothing wrong with it. A big piece of prime rib, a big slab of bacon, who cares if it's in moderation? As well as a large soda once in a while.
I'm going to let Lisa Fishman talk about the specific solutions that we should be applying here, but I want to quickly take a call from Danielle in North Carolina. Danielle.
Hi, Dr. Drew. Love you. Appreciate you since, Love Live MTV. I had a whole script. I wanted to say I am totally with Lisa and Lisa. Where does it end? I myself switched to diet soda years ago because of the obesity. I was worried about gaining weight. Is diet soda better? Is it not? I easily can put away myself a 2 liter a day, and I just wonder why just soda. Like I said, I've read comments online. Why not broccoli? I don't like broccoli. I don't eat broccoli. I just wonder where it ends. And
He's basically saying, Bloomberg's saying that broccoli's healthy for you. He's right now looking into things that are unhealthy. So, yeah, you have to remember that he's looking this as a starting point. There is no end in sight as to where he might end it. But to me, it's a fight that's endless.
Yes.
And a great Facebook question coming up here.
But I also think the caller...
Go ahead.
But Dr. Drew, the caller raises a very good point because diet soda, although it has no calories, is an extremely unhealthy substance.
Well,
and there is a
Lisa
big
Wexler,
argument to be made.
That's why I've got a dietitian sitting right next to me. We're going to address that after the break. Before I go to the break, though, I want to read Bristol's Facebook question. Remember how great prohibition worked for controlling people's desire for alcohol? Yeah, prohibition, by the way, whenever you people that study prohibition, formal government prohibitions, you generally see a rise in black market and a rise in the consumption of things you're trying to control.
That's right.
I'm just